So this is me, and this is all of us. I spend every day trying to figure out how to connect me to all of us. For some of you, that's gifts. For some, it's art, or music, or even hugs. And you're right, I fall in love all the time. I love my family, I love my friends, and my colleagues, and every great once in a while I have a girl in my life. But the one consistent thing is me, the dot, in a world filled with dots. And what's funny is that our planet is just a dot, in a galaxy filled with dots, in a universe filled with dots. See, I'm pretty sure that no matter how we measure things, the scale of those dots will just keep getting smaller. And yet the scale of how much I love only seems to get bigger. So if the universe is infinite, and I'm infinite, and the scale keeps growing, at what point do I run out of love? So there's dating sites, and bars, and the random mathematical chances of tripping over things. And I'm told they all eventually, if not randomly, lead to love. Which we've already decided comes in a whole bunch of different forms. So I'm infinite, and relationships are infinite, and love's infinite. So, why does it seem like it's so hard to be loved? Well, there's racism, and classism, and a whole bunch of sexism, all of which kind of comes back to big, nameless fear. Fear of death, fear of helplessness, fear of unattractiveness, basically fear that you're somehow different than every other dot out there. But see, that's just the thing, you are different. You are literally a unique being. Your experiences, genetics, background have given rise to a completely unique person. Nobody, and I mean nobody, is you. You have an unlimited number of choices. But if everything around me is unlimited, and I have all these choices, why can't I find what I need? Time. The fact of the matter is we're not here forever. One of the things that makes humans unique is our perspective on time. A fear of death makes us grab for things we would otherwise ignore. Then the real battle isn't against what we think our limits are, but against the fear of time running out. I mean, think about it. If there was no restriction on how much time you had, what are all the things you would just go do? How and who would you just love? Okay, go. No, really, it is that simple. It takes so much energy to be afraid and be sad. But being happy is a craft, and it takes work. Happiness is free, but learning how to be happy takes investment in you. I'm not saying it's easy. Pain builds up and we get stuck in the people we've become. But you are literally free to do whatever you want right now. Remember the rule. If it doesn't hurt you, and it doesn't hurt someone else, it can't be wrong. And it all starts from refusing to make choices from fear. I choose love every time. And sure, sometimes I get burned. Sometimes I look damned ridiculous. But that old quote, better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all, yeah, it's full of crap. The phrase should be, it's better to be the kind of person who chooses love every single time than to be the kind of person who lives from fear of being lost or thrown away. I choose to be this person. I love this person. And I love all of you. Every last one. And if you watch this and think this seems really weird, then good. That means I did my job. Because the only way for something to become a habit is if it forces us to think. Otherwise, nothing ever changes. So if you're wondering why it is that I seem to be so affectionate all the time, you don't have to second guess my motives. Because they're super simple. All I want is as much of you in my life as I can possibly get. For some of you, that means creating with me. For some, it means being part of my everyday life. And for a select few, it means something more. But I live with literally everything that I've got. And I don't blame any of you for being overwhelmed. But I'm never gonna stop. Because that's the world of dots I want to live in. The one where I'm connected to everybody, all the time. The one where I can love who I want, how I want, when I want, without having to feel like I'm doing something wrong. So don't protect your heart. Let it grow. And if you forget, or you fall down, come find me. I'll be super easy to find. I'm that guy cheering for you every 8 seconds. Alright, go be amazing. I love you. Oh, and don't forget to tell others. People get really wrapped up and they forget. And sometimes it's just nice to hear.